Today, Pharmacist Claus is here at the North Pole with representatives from the reindeer and elves unions to discuss herd immunity and how to keep everyone in your herd safe and healthy during the holiday season.
Mrs. Claus, what is herd immunity?
That's a really good question. Herd immunity, also known as community immunity, happens when a large amount of the population can fight a disease and the risk of it spreading from person to person goes down. This means that those who are not immune are protected because the amount of the disease that is able to spread is very small.
What do herd immunity and vaccinations have to do with each other?
You can gain herd immunity by either getting a natural infection and recovering from it or get a vaccine. So both of these will contribute to our herd immunity level.
Why do some people depend on herd immunity, but then other people get vaccinated?
Well, that's a really good question, too. Some people cannot receive a vaccine for a variety of reasons. Some examples are babies who may be too young to receive a vaccine, or people without a strong immune system or a weakened immune system, such as someone who does not have a working spleen or someone who's receiving chemotherapy. Other examples could be people with HIV, elderly individuals, those that are very ill in the hospital, and people that have bad reactions to vaccines in the past, or if they have allergies to any component of a vaccine. People with certain health conditions may also be told not to get vaccines. So basically, herd immunity protects the most at-risk members of our population. If enough people are vaccinated against dangerous diseases, those who are at risk and cannot get vaccinated are protected because the germs will not be able to find those at-risk or higher-risk individuals. If close-knit communities are under-vaccinated or unvaccinated, this can allow the disease to spread quickly in high-risk individuals.
So vaccines help protect the entire herd, even those that aren't able to get vaccinated.
Exactly.
That makes sense. What percentage of people need to be immune to reach herd immunity?
Yeah, that's a really good question. It really depends on the disease that we're talking about. Scientists estimate that for herd immunity to work, about 70 to 90% of the population needs to be immune to a disease. So this is dependent on the specific characteristics of that disease and the contagiousness. So in other words, if you have the disease, how many people will you pass it to? So the higher this number, the more contagious the disease, and the higher percentage of the population needs to be immune to reach herd immunity. So, for example, if we think about measles, 19 out of 20 people need to be vaccinated against it to reach herd immunity, which is about 95%. For newer diseases such as COVID-19, it's hard to estimate the number of people that need to be vaccinated. And this is for several reasons. First, it's a new disease in humans. We currently have different levels of immunity based on people who have had the disease and gotten immunity that way, or those that have been vaccinated. And also, the virus is still changing, so we don't know what level we need to get to percentage-wise for herd immunity against COVID-19.
Does herd immunity protect against all vaccine-preventable diseases?
No, it doesn't. There are certain ones that we are not able to get herd immunity. And one of the examples of this would be tetanus, which is actually a bacteria in the environment. So it's not spread by other people, but exposure to this bacteria. So no matter how many people around you are vaccinated against tetanus, it will not protect you. Only getting the vaccine will.
Interesting. Does herd immunity wear off over time?
This also depends on the characteristics of the disease. Some infectious diseases need additional doses or more frequent doses, such as booster doses, based on how fast it reproduces or changes. And one of the best examples of this is the flu vaccine, which we get on a yearly basis because it does mutate and change from year to year.
What does herd immunity and community immunity mean for me and my herd?
So by getting vaccinated, you can help protect your community from potentially harmful diseases. And the folks that are higher risk of getting these diseases and having bad outcomes, and those who cannot get vaccine will still be protected.
Thank you, Pharmacist Claus. We here at the Elves and Reindeer Union hope that you have enjoyed the presentation that Pharmacist Claus has put on for us today. Hopefully, you and your herd were able to learn one or two things to help keep you safe this holiday season. We want to say a special thank you for watching and for keeping an eye out for our reindeer. Don't forget to visit your local pharmacy, doctor's office, or vaccine clinic to get your immunizations.